Hey everyone, welcome to week 3. Just gonna pop my slides up there. Hope everyone's had a good weekend, and we're going to do another OSCE. We've got a good day, well, good evening planned this evening, because we've got this session with me, and then we've got we're back again at 8 o'clock. We've got Dan Lawrence from Rock Tape, and he and I are going to have a chat about tendons, and we're going to take you through. He's got a tendon course that he delivers, and he's kindly said that he'll do some co-teaching with me over the next few weeks. Hey Peter, hi Steph. So that's going to be really cool. So we've got this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 o'clock. And then every Monday evening at 8 o'clock, Dan and I are going to have a chat about tendons, and we're going to give you some work to do then as well. So that's going to be a weekly thing. Obviously, this is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hi everyone, welcome back. Usual faces or usual names anyway, popping up there. So we're going to run through. Hi Rebecca. We're going to run through the session today. So again, if you've not seen the sessions before, not heard about what they are, or me, my name is Mike, and I run movement therapy education. Hi Ricky, and good to hear from you. I'm also the clinic director of movement therapy clinics in Birmingham. We're just about to launch a bit of a collaboration across quite a few different clinics. So if you want to follow us on our Facebook page, type in Movement Therapy Clinic Harborne, which is Harborne. We've got a little bit of a kind of clinic collaboration thing going on with people all over the UK, but also we've got some guys that we're friends with as well over in Europe. So hopefully we'll be able to link quite a few clinics together to provide some really cool content for clients. And it's most of it, like 90% of it's going to be free. So if you want to share it with your clients, then feel free. So my background is I'm an osteopath, before that a sports therapist, and also did clinical anatomy at Keele Uni, and before all that I was a personal trainer. So gone through all the kind of fitness side and then into the therapy side. So that's my background. Okay, so plan for this week, same as always. We're going to go through a case history today. So we've got one on the ankle and the foot. So hopefully our friend Torsif is here. I'll just see if he's in the list. Torsif, yeah, he is. Yeah, cool. Okay, so Torsif's a sports podiatrist. He works at my clinic. So hopefully he should be all right with this one. Be interesting to see your thoughts on this case, mate. So we're going to go through soap notes, a bit of red flags and pathology. That'll be more Wednesday. Same on Wednesday with a bit of an assessment plan as well, and then a testing, assessing and risk stratification session. Hey, Torsif. So we're going to work out a plan for this woman. I think it's a lady today, and we've got there's a couple of people have mentioned, well, I wouldn't touch these people with a barge pole, and pretty much that's the plan with all of these. Is they've always got something terrible wrong with them, but it's trying to sift through what's the terrible stuff and what's the biomechanical stuff that we could deal with if they didn't have any of the other stuff as well. So we've got another interesting case for you today. A couple of books. Some of you have already asked questions about this already. So we've got the differential diagnosis book, which I'll just share this with you now, just there. I think that's the latest version. A few of you have asked me about that one. That's a really good book to get. And then the Explain Pain book as well. If you've not seen that, then that's a good one to have a look at as well. Okay, so first appointment, sifting through the sieve. If you've never done one of these sessions before, then we imagine that first appointment, that case history, as collecting all the information in a sieve and then giving it a good old shake and seeing what comes out of the bottom. See what is a red flag, see what is a yellow flag, and we'll talk about those in a sec, and also red herrings as well. So there's little things that are put in there to lead you down a different path. So we'll hopefully give you a strategy to sort through those. So SOAP is the acronym for the plan of your session. So first of all, we do a subjective history, and then we have a look at objective history. So subjective is what we're going to do today, and then we're going to move into objective on Wednesday, and then assessment and plan for Friday. So that's the plan. As always, there are no recipes, there are no right answers, only thoughts and justification. So if you think that a certain condition fits with this person, then and you can justify it, then it is a correct answer. Okay, because these people are fictitious, and we've no idea what is wrong with them. So yeah, any thoughts are good ones. So this is the plan. Introduction to the case today. Today will be kind of maximum half hour, and then you can obviously watch the video back again and re-go over the case and start to fill in your sieve. Okay, so I'll share that with you in a second. Second session on Wednesday going to be more in-depth analysis of the case, and then looking at what we do next. What's our assessment plan? Okay, so that's the plan. We've had some really good thoughts again on the Facebook group, and people have been posting on there, which is good, and people have been sending me messages too. So whichever you prefer, that's fine. Okay, so however you want to relay your information. If you want to run things by me, then that's no problem at all. Send them to me rather than posting them in the group. Yeah, good. Yeah, really good, Peter. So one of the goals of the training is to bring us back on the ground. We are not almighty, and we need to think about the client and not our ego. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really one thing that I try to get across to all the guys that I teach is that you need to prove yourself wrong. It's not about proving yourself right. If you think someone has a certain condition, and you don't test anything else, it's called confirmation bias. So you will only test the things that you think it is, just to confirm your own bias. So you need to think more objectively than that, and you think, right, okay, it's probably this, on the face of it, but what else could it be? So I can check all those other things, so I'm just left with what I think it probably is. Okay, so it's not about finding out what the answer is, it's finding out about all the other possibilities as well. Okay, and that's a really good point, Peter. Good. Okay, so we've got an ankle foot scenario for you this week. Again, no right or wrong, so we're going to go through the history and then sifting through the sieve. So these are your flags again. Like I said before, really, I've only known red and yellow. So the orange, the blue and the black all fell under yellow flags for me when I was training. So red flag signs of serious pathology. So is there anything in the case that stands out and you think, oh, that's not good, there's potentially a problem there? Or are there any psychosocial issues or emotional issues, maybe work problems that are also contributing to this person's symptoms? Okay, and remember this here, so sometimes the bio part, so the biomechanical part or the biomedical part, is the biggest part for that person, and the social aspect is quite small, and the psychosocial aspect, so the psychological thoughts about their condition or their injury, is the smallest part. And but sometimes the biomechanical parts are the small bits and the psychosocial parts are the big bits. So we need, and there are millions of versions of this. Yeah, so everybody is different. Everybody is made up of those circles in different amounts. So if you adopt a purely pain science approach to a patient, you will do very well with the people where psychological issues are their main driver. But if there's a big biomechanical part that you a component to a particular patient, and you only focus on the psychosocial elements, you will miss the slap in your face biomechanical issues. So you need to have a look at everything in equal measure and treat the person as a whole, rather than just trying to pick out little bits of each person. And it's hard to do. It's really difficult to do. It's difficult to master. I don't think anybody ever has mastered it, to be honest, because everyone's so different. So this is the sieve. Just share that with you now. So just sharing with you a download for the sieve, and what you can do, again, if you've not done this before, is as we're going through the case history, have a think about what boxes you might fill in with your thoughts into these boxes from the case history. So if you think there's a muscle problem with this person, then you'd put the muscle down in there. If you thought it was a ligament issue, then you'd name the ligament in here. Okay. If you thought it was a work issue or a life issue or a fear of movement issue, whatever you thought it was, then you'd put it in the psychosocial box there. Okay. So that's how you would lay it out. So going through the case history and then filling in the boxes as you go. Okay. And then on Wednesday, we'll do the next bit. So this is Anna. Okay. So Anna is a 62-year-old woman who has worked as a cleaner on and off since she left school. She's 5'8" and 8 stone in weight. So based on previous ones that we've done before, any example of viscera? Yeah, so viscera is anything like remember the first one we had where it was a shoulder problem coming from the liver? That would be an example of the viscera referring to the shoulder. Okay, so that's a good question. Viscera is like your internal organs. So yeah, she's 5'8", 8 stone in weight. She'll freely admit to you she drinks alcohol in vast quantities and is a heavy smoker. Okay. Now, usually what I say is if someone tells you they drink 5 units of alcohol a week, always double it, because everybody always says less than what they actually do. And this person is actually admitting to you that she drinks vast quantities of alcohol and smokes heavily. Okay, so that's not a good sign. She has a terrible nutrition history, snacking on lots of chocolate bars and sweets. And she follows you to the treatment room. You notice that she seems to hobble when she's walking. Okay, so hence the ankle and foot issue. Anna's divorced. She's got 2 grown-up children, very stressed and tense about all aspects of her life currently, and she feels very tired. Okay, so that's the first bit, introduction to Anna. So her presenting complaint, this is where you go into the anatomy bit. Okay, so dig your anatomy books out and think about all the things that it could be, and then fill in that sieve. Okay, so both feet are painful, tingling, painful and tingling, and Anna describes them as numb. Okay, so think about the reasons why your feet can go numb. Also, there is a bilateral pain in the quadriceps muscles with associated weakness. So why might there be pain in both quads, and why would they feel weak? There is a chronic lower backache, which has been present intermittently since she had her children. Okay, we don't know when that was. We know how old was she? She's 62. Okay, so we can guess how long that's been for. So the onset of the symptoms in her feet for the last 6 months and for no apparent reason. Okay, so again, we've got those clues from the last ones that we've done. The pain and weakness in the quads has been a feature for 2 months. Okay, so this there's 2 different things going on here. We've got this these feet symptoms that have been going on for 6 months, and then now the quads that have been happening for the last 2 months. The onset seemed fairly rapid and for no apparent reason, and that was with the quadriceps. Okay, the low backache seemed to have started during her pregnancy with a gradual onset. Okay, so daily pattern: feet and lower back symptoms are worse first thing in the morning, and there seems to be pain on walking, especially after resting, for both the feet and the thighs. Okay, so are the 2 linked, or are they 2 separate things? You have to decide. Aggravating factors is walking, and walking in general is becoming more difficult and causing more pain. The pain in the quadriceps muscles seems to be becoming more intense and of a burning quality on walking upstairs. Okay, so her quads are really burning as she's going upstairs. Anna tells you that it feels very hard to work to manage getting up the stairs over that should be last few weeks. Okay, a few typos in this one, apologies. Relieving factors. So rest helps the quadriceps muscles, but the symptoms are still present. Okay, so when she stops, it eases off, but they're still there. The feet and the legs are gradually worsening over time. The lower back tends to have 2 to 3 episodes of exacerbation each year. Usually, sorry, the real loads of typos in this one. Usually due, in Anna's opinion, to overdoing it. Okay, so it should be a comma there instead of a full stop. Apologies. Currently, the lower back is not too bad. Okay, so the lower back tends to have 2 or 3 episodes a year, usually due, in her opinion, to overdoing it. Okay. Examinations and treatment. So she finds it difficult to get to an appointment at the GP practice, as she is always working early mornings when you need to telephone for an appointment. Right? If you've ever tried to do that, it's a blooming nightmare. Consequently, she has not been to her GP for years. The last time she went to the GP, she recalls him telling her off for smoking, so she's reluctant to go there at all. Okay, so again, think about what kind of boxes those sort of things would go into and what you could do to help. Genitourinary problems. So she suffers from urinary urgency, has done for a year, and has moderate stress incontinence. Anna has had several episodes of thrush over the last 6 months. Okay, so another couple of other things to think about there. Family history. Mother has had a skin complaint for years, which she was treated. She's not sure what the condition was, so this is her mum now, but she does recall the medication for her mother was called prednisone. Okay, and that's because she collected it for her from the pharmacy on a regular basis. So have a think about what kind of conditions you might need prednisone for, and but that was her mother rather than her. Okay, her diet and nutrition. So lots of alcohol and very poor nutrition, which what we heard about previously. Okay, so that's Anna. All right. Another one to get your teeth into. So focusing on the lower limb. All right. So we've got problems with the quads, problems with the feet, problems with the back. Yeah. Are they linked? Are they separate? Who knows? Okay. So what I'd like you to do now, reread the case history. Okay. Have a look over the video again when we post it in the group. Pick out the key pieces of information that help you complete the sieve. Okay. So go through your anatomy. Think about the referred pain. Think about the reasons for the symptoms, the numbness, the burning sensations. Okay, we'll look at these on the next session, so we'll go into a bit more detail on those. Pop all your thoughts on our Facebook page. So if you type in @MTECPD, it will come up with our page. And again, if you don't want to post them, then send them to me, and I'll quite happily do that on your behalf. Okay, so that is your case history. Okay, nice quick one today. And yeah, I'm back at 8 o'clock if you want to have a chat with me and Dan Lawrence from Rocktape UK, talking about tendons at 8 o'clock. If you go onto the MTECPD Facebook page, then you'll find the link for that webinar as well. Okay, good luck, and I'll see you on Wednesday at 6.